Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari, Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Om Ajnanam Timirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhamayam Tadanti Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yutha Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahana Rahunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Tadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahana Lalita Sri Vishakanvitamscha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dhinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhavev cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Nārayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narotamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhavate Uttama Sloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki. Vasudeva Parabheda, Vasudeva Paramakaha, Vasudeva Para Yoga, Vasudeva Para Kriyaha, Vasudeva Param Jnanam, Vasudeva Param Tapaha, Vasudeva Paro Dharmaha, Vasudeva Paragatihi, Krishnaya Vasudevaya, Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopakumaraya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. Nama Sankirtanam Yasya Sarva Papa Pranashanam Pranama Dukkha Shamanas Tam Namami Harim Param. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita gives some solutions by which one can eventually, gradually clear their karmas and get purified and then go back to the spiritual world. In different paths that he gives, starting from Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and he says every single chapter in Bhagavad Gita is in yoga. It's called yoga. When Krishna gave all the 700 slokas in Bhagavad Gita, there's one method he also says, which he goes really quickly, fast. But that is the easiest way by which we can purify ourselves and also attain God. That comes in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna says, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tetvadeham punarjanma naitimam eti so Arjuna. That means Krishna says that anyone who understands my appearance and my activities are different from the appearance and the activities of you all, that is we all, human, and who understands that every activities and my appearance are transcendental. Transcendental meaning we are doing activities based on our karma, whereas our birth is also based on karma. We don't pick and choose our parents. The parents doesn't pick and choose, I want this son. But then when Krishna appears, it's not based on karma that he appears. Rather, he appears on his own free will. He chooses his parents, whom to be he should be born as. Therefore, his activities are totally different than the activities of us. And whatever he goes through when he is in this world is also totally different. His birth is different. Everything is different. And that is what is told in Bhagavad Gita, that Chanma karma che me divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tektvadeham punarjanma naitimam eti so Arjuna. If we understand that Krishna's birth and activities are not like ours, is transcendental, that we cannot imitate, we cannot become Krishna and do activities. What happens to us is tektvadeham punarjanma. Tektva means this body. This body is called deha. Tektva deha means when we leave this body, tektva deham punarjanma na, means when we leave this body, that means death. When we die, usually when we die, the default program is that we get another body. That's the default program. We die, we get another body. We get another body, it goes old. When it gets old, we get another body. We die and get another body. That's a repetitive program that goes on for life after life after life after life. But then when we understand Janma Karma Cha Me Divyam, that Krishna's activities, birth are not like ours, it is transcendental, and it does for the pleasure of his devotees, and it does things for his own pleasure. When we understand this one, Tektva Deham, when we leave this body, Punar Janma na Vidyate, when we leave this body, we do not have to take birth again. All this is the easiest and simplest solution that Krishna gives in Bhagavad Gita. Because when we call people to say, become serious in your life, why don't you become a devotee? Why don't you surrender to God? Why don't you take up some chanting? Why don't you do this one, that one, that one? People say, it's difficult for me, I don't have time. But then Krishna says, if you don't have time for doing any of these things, do you have simple time to at least to hear my activities, my birth and activities? Can you just open? You don't even have to open your ears. At least to eat, we have to open our mouth. At least to speak, we have to open our mouth. But one thing God has done to us is ears are kept open. These ears are kept open to hear good things. That is why we have to be careful. We have to put a filter within our ears that only good things should go into our ears. Therefore, Krishna said, can you simply come and sit and hear? You don't need to do anything. You don't need to spend money. You don't need to do any of this austerity, nothing. Just come, participate and hear and go. If you cannot hear even for the whole period of 90 minutes that we are going to do this presentation, you come and sit and hear for half an hour and go to sleep. No problem. Even you want to sleep in the class, that is also fine. Hear something and sleep. That when you do this one, what happens is, Naiti Mam Eti So Arjuna, when we do this one, there is Punarjanma na Vidyate. One will not take birth again into this world. How easy can Krishna can make a life for us than this one? Very simply, he simplified the whole program in this one sloka. You simply hear Krishna Katha. That's all you have to do. Therefore, in the 8th canto, that was what we did yesterday, after we finished Gajendra Moksha, then also in the ninth canto, which we skipped yesterday, as supposed to be today, we skipped that one. In that one, Parikshit Maharaj was told by Sukadeva Goswami the stories of Ambarish Maharaj, a beautiful narration of a wonderful devotee called Ambarish, and then also narrated about Rama Charitra, entire Rama's pastime. That is narrated. And then after that, while he was wrapping up the ninth canto, he said Krishna appeared in Mathura, and then he killed Kaṁsa, he killed Shishupala, he finished, and he went back. Done. Over. Within few slokas, Sukadeva Goswami completed entire Krishna's pastime. But Parikshit Maharaj was not satisfied. He was not satisfied. Therefore he says, Katito Vamsa Vistaraha Bhavato Soma Suryaha Rajanam Chobhayam Vamsayanam Charitam Paramadbhutam. My dear Parikshit, my dear Sukadeva Goswami, you have very nicely, elaborately described the dynasty of moon god, that is Chandra Vamsa, and also about Surya Vamsa. Chandra Vamsa and Surya Vamsa. You explained all this in very nicely. You also told about the stories of many, many wonderful kings. That is also fine. Now, I would like to hear more in detail about one person which you kept it for just 5 minutes in the previous chapters. I want to hear more of Avadhirya Yodhar Vamse Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavanaha Kritavan Yani Vishwatma Tani Yo Vada Vistarat. He says that, my dear sir, is asking to his guru, Sukadeva Goswami, I want to hear more about the wonderful activities and glorious activities of Krishna. The whole purpose of Sukadeva Goswami, Parikshit Maharaj was waiting all this year, fasting, not eating, not drinking, nothing, just sitting and kept on hearing all the 9 cantos. If you remember, the Bhagavatam has 12 cantos. Out of 12 cantos, he finished 9 cantos. He finished all the 9 cantos. Patiently he was here. He spoke about so many manvantras, avatars, and devotees, and many things he spoke. He was patiently waiting. When it came to Krishna's story, he just wrapped up in just 1 chapter and finished. Said, that's all. Therefore, Parikshit Maharaj was not satisfied. He said, I want to hear Bhagavan Bhuta Bhavanaha Kritabanyani Vishwatma Taniyo Vada Vistarat. I want to hear more in detail about the wonderful activities, birth activities and glories of Krishna. Parikshit Maharaj says that why he wants to hear about Krishna. If you want to hear someone, then why do you want to know about that person? We'll be curious to know. Hey, tell me about Krishna. Why do you want to know about him? Well, yeah, these are the reason I want to know about him. Right? Therefore, Parikshit Maharaj is telling the reason that he wants to know about Krishna is, he was telling that in the battle of Kurukshetra, my grandfather Arjuna, remember, Parikshit Maharaj's father is Abhimanyu, Abhimanyu father is Arjuna. Therefore, Parikshit, my grandfather and all my other grandfathers, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, Sahadeva, all those great warriors, wouldn't have be able to stand in front of these great shark-like people like Bhishma, Drona, Kripacharya. They are not ordinary people. They are not Soma fighter. Carry them and put them and jump on them. It's not like they are not ordinary people. They are all Timingala. Timingala means a shark, a man-eater. Such a huge shark on the ocean. It's not easy for my grandfather Arjuna to single-handedly defeat Bhishma. Bhishma is a great warrior, right? You all know that. He's not an ordinary person. Ganga Putra. He's not an ordinary person. He was only able to defeat Bhishma, Drona, and everyone because Krishna was there. Because Krishna was there, he was able to defeat. Not only that, I want to hear about Krishna because I myself was saved by Krishna. Yes, his mother's name is, Parikshit mother's name is Uttara. Uttara's husband is Abhimanyu. That Uttara was been pretty much, the child in the womb was Parikshit going to be killed by the Brahmastra, by Ashwatthama, right? But then who saved? We saw this in a few days back, right? Krishna saved the child within the womb of Uttara. Therefore, Krishna saved me also. Krishna has done so many things for me. Therefore, I like to know more about Krishna. And when did he, how he was appeared? What did he do? When did he leave to Mathura? When did he leave to Mathura? How did he leave from Mathura to Gokula? Gokula to Mathura, Mathura to Dwaraka? How many wives he had? You will tell me all the how many children he had, what are the activities he did. Therefore, I want to know more about Krishna. Please tell me. Krishna appeared in Mathura. Mathura. Krishna, now he's going to Krishna, was there in Mathura, Ayodhya, Mathura, Maya, Kashi, Avantika, Puri, Dwaraka. These are 7 places. These 7 places are called mokṣa. Moksha means these are the 7 places which gives mukti. The person who goes there, who was born there, who lives there, these 7 places, Mathura, Ayodhya, Mathura, Maya, Kashi, Kanchi, Maya means Haridwar, Maya, Kashi, Kanchi, Avantika, Puri, and Dwaraka. These places are considered to be a very special place. Mathura is also Mathura, Madhura. There are only slight difference between tu and dha, right? Mathura, Madhura. Mathura is Madhuram. Madhura means nectarious and sweet. Mathura is a place which also where many people got killed. The Asuras, Rakshasas were also killed. Therefore, it's a place which also eliminates the evil things, also brings nectar to one. Therefore, it is Mathura. Mathura. Now, saying that one, having said, Parikshit saying that I want to hear more about Krishna. Now, Sukadeva Goswami starts. He says that Bhumi Dripta Nripa Vyaja Daityanika Shatayutaiki. He says that Bhumi, once upon a time, one point of time, where Mother Bhumi, Earth, she was overburdened due to many kings and Rakshasas and Asuras and so forth. She was overburdened. The Mother Earth feels overburdened. She can hold anything, but then she feels overburdened when there are people who are not following dharma. She feels this is too much weightage for me. Therefore, she felt it's overburdened for her. Therefore, Brahmanam Sharanam Yayo. She went to Lord Brahma. She was in the form of a cow. She went to Brahma and she said, it's becoming too much for me to withstand the weight, the bharam, the burden of the earth, because there are many demons, many people in the name of king and the name of many people are there. We have to reduce this burden. Help me to reduce this burden. And Brahma told what? This is beyond my paycheck. He said, beyond my paycheck. He said, let's go to the milk ocean. Please come forward. You come, please come here, sit. It's nice for you to sit and hear. Come forward, come. So he said that let's go to our boss and come place the request. Maybe he can, may not, maybe he will help us. They all went to ocean, the Milky Ocean. The Indra, Varuna, Brahma, everyone went, including Mother Earth in the form of a cow. They went there, and then over there they started reciting Purusha Shuktam. And then they recited Purusha, Sagasra Sirisha, Purusha, Sagasraksa, Sagasrapat, Sabhumi, Vishwato, Vritva, Attatishta Tasangulam, Purusha Evedakum Sarvam, Edbhutam Yacha Bhavyam, Udhamrtatvatseshanah, Edannena Tirohati, Etavanasya Mahima, Atojaya Gusha Purusha, Vedaham Edam Purusham Mahantam, Aditya Varnam Tamasapparastat, Tamevam Vidwan Amrta Iha Bhavati. They went on singing the Purusha Shuktam. The Lord was pleased by the Purusha Shuktam offered by Brahma and everyone. The voice came and Brahma heard. This is what the important point. He did not appear right on the spot, but then the voice came. Who was able to hear the message was Brahma. Brahma heard the message from Lord Nārāyaṇa, and then the message was given back to all the demigods and the cows and everyone who was present there. He said, Lord said that, do not worry, I will appear and then take care of reducing the Bhumi Bhara. Bhumi Bhara means the weightage of the Mother Earth, I will reduce. And therefore, Brahma conveyed the same message to the cow, which is nothing but Mother Earth, and all the devatas. They all went back to their respective places. They went back to the in Mathura. This is after this happened. In Mathura, there was king Ugrasena. Ugrasena had a son wonderful, beautiful, nice son called Kaṁsa. Uncle Kaṁsa, right? What I said is opposite of what I said, right? He is such a son, not at all obedient son, but he has his own program. The Kaṁsa, but he had a very special attachment to his sister Devakī. Devakī. So Devakī was very attached to Devakī, though she was not actually his actual sister. She's like a cousin, but she was attached to his sister Devakī. And Devakī got married to Vasudeva, not Vasudev. Sometimes we see people are mixing up with Vasudeva and Vasudeva. Whenever we have to say Vasudeva, we say Vasudeva. Whenever we have to say Vasudeva, it's Vasudeva. Vasudeva is Krishna's father. Vasudeva is one who's born to Vasudeva. Therefore, his name is Vasudeva. That is Krishna. So we have to be careful with Va and Va. Otherwise, we mix up both of them in this whole thing. Anyway, they got married. As they got married, because of the attachment for his daughter, Devaka, this Devaki's father, he gave lot of gifts to his daughter while she was going to the place, as they were going to their respective place. So he gave 400 elephants, big size elephants, not small one, and 10,000 chariot, 10,000 horses, and then 1,800, that is 1,800 chariots, and 200 beautiful maid servants. They were all sent together. In those days, kings can do this one, right? They were able to, that's how they were doing. When the princess get married, they'll give a lot of gifts sent to the house. So he sent all those things. They were happy, they were getting into the chariot. And when they got into the chariot, and the chariot driver was ready to ride the chariot, Kaṁsa comes and says, hey, you get up. That's my sister. I want to drive the chariot for my sister. And he was attached. He's a nice brother. He was nice. They said, I will drive the chariot. So he got into the chariot. At that point of time, the bugles, the conch shells, and the drums and kettles and all those big instruments were being played. And everyone gathered together like a parade. And Kaṁsa was ready. And he was, Kaṁsa was ready to drive the chariot on the march. Ready. At that time, Pati Pragrignam Kaṁsam Abhasa Asariri Vaku. What happens is, when he was ready to go at that time, he heard a voice, no man voice. The voice is coming from the sky. Asariri means, Shariri means, Sharira means body, Shariri means without body. Some voice came which doesn't have a form, which has no body. Somewhere the voice came from. Asya Tvam Astamo Garbha Antayam Vahasi Abudha. Abudha means fool. Abudha means fool. A fool. It says this one. A fool, you don't know that you're riding a chariot and taking your sister. The 8th child of your sister is going to be your Yama. You mean Yama means what? A killer. He is the 8th child of your sister is going to kill you. As soon as he heard this message, he just lost his control. He said, what? I'm going to be killed by this. My sister's 8th son. So he just removed the sword right away and caught hold of the hair of Devakī. Husband is newly married couple, by the way. They are newly married couple. It's a new marriage for Devakī. I have to tell this one also. For Devakī, it's a new marriage. For Vasudeva, he had already married several times. Yet then those days they had many kings had many wives, and that's absolutely fine, right? So therefore, he caught hold of Devakī and then ready to chop out her head, chest, chop. At that time, Vasudeva could have told, I already have so many wives. If one goes, what a big deal for me. I'll go get married to another wife. Or already have another. He didn't think like that. If one of us were there, run away from the chariot, jump away and run away. Because you can find another one. Why should I get into the problem? Vasudeva did not do that one. Now, instead of that, Vasudeva started giving some good information or teachings to Kaṁsa. Kaṁsa, how can you do this? You are her brother. She's a young girl, newly married. You killing is not right. A woman, you want to kill a woman? That to your sister? That to a young girl who just got married? You want to kill such a person? That is not good. And also, why are you so much afraid about death? Anyone who is born into this world, one day or the other, they are going to die. One day or the other, they are going to die. What's the big deal about it? Why are you so much worried about this one? Therefore, do not kill your sister, and you killing is not going to be good, and please leave. And so Kamsa was not ready to hear this advices. When you are not in a mood, vinasha kale viparita buddhihi. There's a statement saying that vinasha kale viparita buddhihi means when the bad time comes, when someone's had a bad time, how much ever good advice you give them, they will not listen. Vinasha kalam is arrived for them. You go and tell them good advice, nothing will go. Vinasha kala viparita buddhi. And they will make more mistakes at that time. All we can do is pray to God to give this person good buddhi and take care of this. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. Anyway, like that, this person, Vinasha Kalam has come for Kamsa. Therefore, good advice, whatever Vasudeva was trying to give him, nothing was going inside. Nothing was going inside. Therefore, at that point of time, Vasudeva also told that, you see, life is short. You're trying to live for long. What is the use? If you leave this body, it's naturally you're going to get another body. Like how a worm, it gives an analogy. It gives two analogies. One analogy is like a worm, when the worm want to leave one, say there is a plant, right? The plant has different leaves. And then if the worm which is on one particular leaf want to go to the another leaf, it just somehow just slips over it and catch hold of this one and then lift the other one and goes over here. Likewise, when we stand also, sometimes we stand on one leg, right? We keep one other leg on somewhere or whatever, we rest on another leg. And when this leg we get tired, and then we put the left leg and take the right leg up. We keep changing like this. Likewise, we also keep changing body. We leave one body, we take another body. Therefore, what's the big deal of doing this? Nothing went into the ears of Uncle Kaṁsa. Nothing went into his one. Therefore, he said, Yesha Tavanuja Bhala Kripana, please show mercy on this young girl. Please give mercy on this. What did she do for you? Well, our eighth son was a problem for me. Why I have to wait for the eighth son to come to kill me? Rather, I'll kill. There's no protection then. There won't be any child born. So let me kill her. At that point of time, Vasudeva thought wisely. He said, okay, this is what I need to do. Sometimes we have to be very wise to make a decision in our life. Vasudeva was very smart. Sometimes we get into a situation whether to do this one or that one, but we have to be wise to try to come to a solution where we can do something which is better for long term. Therefore, Vasudeva was thinking, now I know killing Devakī. The first thing is I need to save Devakī. Then think about the children and other thing. Now the problem is he's going to kill Devakī. I need to save Devakī first, right? Therefore, he gave a proposal. What's a proposal? My dear Kaṁsa, when we get a child, we will give it to you. You do whatever you want. Child is a problem. Devakī is not a problem for you. So why you want to kill Devakī? We'll give when we have a child, we'll give it to you. You do whatever you want to do with the child. And Kaṁsa thought for a minute. He said, this is also a nice idea. He thought he's a very political person. If I kill the woman in public place, then people may not support me and the citizen will become against me. So he thought for a minute at that point of time. He said, okay, this is a better deal. So let's leave her. He left them. And then Kaṁsa Vasudeva was relieved from this temporary situation. But then days passed, month passed, they got a first child. When they got a first child, Vasudeva was truthful to his word. As he said, but he doesn't want to do it. But anyway, he knows the message will go to Kaṁsa. Right? Rather, let me take a step. Therefore, Kaṁsa, Devakī doesn't want to give her child. This is the first child for her. The very first child for her. How can you give a child? You know what's going to happen to the child. Therefore, she doesn't want to give, but then somehow or the other, Vasudeva took the child from the hands of Devakī, who went to Kaṁsa and presented, this is our first child. And Kaṁsa was very happy to see the first child. And he was very happy to see how he knows Vasudeva was a truthful person. Therefore, he said, thank you. I don't want your first child. Kaṁsa said this, I don't want your first child. The problem for me is your eighth child, not your first child. So therefore, I don't have a problem with your first child. You can go. But as Vasudeva was not excited about it anyway, because the people like Kaṁsa, their mind is not stable, right? They're people who are not wise, people who are not religious, people who are not spiritual, people who are good, not good people. People are somewhat there. You cannot trust those people. They will say something and do something. That's how they are. Therefore, Vasudeva knows very well, this person I can't trust. So he was not excited. He was just walking and coming back home. He went back home. He was going on the way. At that point of time, the famous great Narada Muni comes to Kaṁsa. Narada Muni comes to Kaṁsa. Kaṁsa, how are you? Kaṁsa said, well, I'm doing good. So yeah, what's the matter, buddy? Well, now just now, my brother-in-law came, and you know this old story that now the Asariri came, that it said that I'll be killed by my sister's eighth son. So I let them go. I was waiting for his eighth son to come. Just now they came with the first child. I just let them go. Now that, oh, what a fool you are. Huh? What do you mean? What do you say? That Asariri also said I'm a fool. You are also saying a fool. Then what? Why did you let the child go? Well, that's not my count. My count is 8. Well, remember, how do you know? Say, first they're going to get child every year. By the time they get the eighth child and the seventh child pretty much going to be almost the same age, and also the sixth child be little close. How do you even know which child is the eighth child? Otherwise, how do you know that the voice that came from up, the count is from the back or from the top? Ascending order or descending order? It only sold the eighth child. The eighth can be, if you count from the eighth, it may be the reverse order eighth. The first child could be the eighth child. He was just trying to put all this logics. It's all logic to try to tell Kaṁsa, this is not right. And Kaṁsa became really fearful of hearing all this, got confused totally. And he said, arrest, bring Devakī and Vasudeva, put them in the prison. Put them in the prison, shackle them with iron a chain. He put them into the prison and took the first child, finished the first child. First child was finished. First child was. Like that, second child, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, she was conceived. Devakī was conceived, seventh child. At that point of time, Lord Vishnu ordered Yogamaya, you now transfer the baby which is in the womb of Devakī into the womb of Rohini. Rohini is also wife of Vasudeva. That's why I told he had multiple wives. Another wife is Rohini. So Rohini, transfer the child within the womb of Devakī into the womb of Rohini. Rohini was under the care of Nanda Mahārāja in Gokula. That's where they're all good friends. He was under the care of Nanda Mahārāja. So transfer that. And not only that. Now Nārāyaṇa is telling to Yogamaya, now you take birth as a girl baby to Yaśodā in Gokula. I will be born as a eighth child to Devakī. And then you will be transferred from there to here. I will be transferred from here to there. Do this. And Yogamaya said, Yogamaya is none other than, in this world, she is Durga. So therefore, she's going to do the service to her brother. Therefore, what the Lord says to her is, Namadhiyani kurvanti sthanani cha narabhuvi durgeti bhadrakali vijaya vaishnavi kumuda chandika Kṛṣṇa madhavi kanyaka maya narayani ishani sharada ambika. You will be, because you are doing this service to me, you will be glorified and by many people by all these names. By these names. All these names belongs to that one, that Yogamaya is. And then Yogamaya went, and likewise, she transferred the child or the seventh child to Rohini, and many people thought that was a miscarriage. Therefore, the seventh child, according to Kaṁsa account, 1 over 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, I heard Devakī is pregnant, going to have a seventh child. Yes, Kaṁsa, but it was a miscarriage. Gone. That's how it's been presented. And then the 8th child is being conceived by Devakī. At that point of time, Kaṁsa just came to visit his sister just to see what's going on here. And he could see that something is very special about her sister than how she was before. Her face was effulgent. She was looking so bright, and something was totally different at this point of time. Right? Then he could understand that I think the person, the Yama has appeared, is going to appear now. The 8th child, that is where the problem is. Now he was ready. At that point of time, when he went back home, he was not at all in peace. Asina samvisam tishtan bunjanaha pariyattam mahim. Whenever he was sitting on his throne, he was thinking about that child in the womb of Devakī. Whenever he is going to sit and eat, he was thinking about that child who is going to be born. Whenever he is going to bed to sleep, in the dream, he was thinking about the child. Whenever he is talking to someone, his mind was thinking about the child. Constantly thinking about the same child, which is Krishna himself. Constantly thinking about Krishna. In this way, he was in Krishna consciousness. But then the devatas, they all know that Krishna is going to appear in the womb of Devakī. They all appeared and they offered their prayer to the child within the womb of Devakī. Also said Devakī, Satya Vratam, Satya Param Tri Satyam, Satyasya Yonim, Nihitam Cha Satye, Satyasya Tatyam, Vrata Satya Netram, Satyatmakam Tvam Sharanam Prapannaha. Every devatas, they started glorifying Devakī. Also, especially they surrendered to the Lord within the womb of Devakī. They all praised and then they left back. Then the day came where Krishna is going to be appearing. Krishna appeared, but before he appeared as a baby, Krishna appeared. How he appeared, Sukadeva Goswami is going to tell to Parikshit Maharaj. Tam adbudam bhalakam ambujekshanam shadadbhujam shaṅkha gadā rāyudham srivatsa lakshanam galashobi kaustubam peitambaram shanda payoda saubhagam. He says that Krishna appeared. How he appeared is so very beautiful. He appeared adbhutam bhalakam, adbhuta balakam, that wonderful child. He calls wonderful child, but this child, normally how the child will be born, we know that. Right? The child comes out and they take the baby out and they clean the baby. They do the ear testing, eye testing, nose testing, this testing, pretty much everything. And then finally come and give the baby to the father. Right? But this child is an adbhuta balakam, ambuj ikshanam. Ikshanam means eyes. Ambuja means lotus. The baby, this child had a lotus-like eyes. Now the baby is, when we say baby, it's not a small size baby, it's a big size baby. Why? Because Chaturbhujam, this baby had 4 arms. He appeared in the 4-hand form, Chaturbhujam. In the Chaturbhujam, he was not having the toys and the sucker and all those things. Not in those, in one hand sucker, another hand the toy and all those things. He was just having what? Śaṅkha gadā yudham. Udayada means he was having shaṅkha, cakra, gadā, padma in his 4 arms. Not only that, on his chest, Srivatsa Lakshanam. Srivatsa is a mole which has some hairs on it. Only is found in Nārāyaṇa. On Nārāyaṇa's chest, Srivatsam. Srivatsam is a mole which has some rooted hairs clustered together. It's a very special one. Only is present in Nārāyaṇa. That's another Lakshanam of who is Supreme Lord. Srivatsa Lakshanam, where Srivatsa Lakshanam and Galashobi Kaustumam on his neck around Kaustuba Mani. Kaustuba Mani has been present. And then Pitambaram, he was wearing already dressed up. But nowadays, what we have to do? We have to find the gender first. According to the gender, we have to find whether it's a blue color things or pink color dress we have to buy. We have to set up all these different things beforehand. But then this child was born already dressed up, right? Pitambaram. Sanda payona saubhagam means the complexion of the baby is a blackish, monsoon blackish cloud color. Very pleasing complexion. Very pleasing complexion. Mahārāja Vaidurya Kirita. Kirita means the baby was born with the Kiritam. Kirita means crown. Vaidurya Kirita means studded with all Vaidurium. And Kundalam. Kundalam means you don't need to go to take after 1 year, you have to go on PSA years, toe share, none of those things needed. The baby is already having a kundalam, makara kundalam, a beautiful shark-like earring, kundalam. Tvisha, beautifully, Parishvakta Sahasra Kundalam, and then he was Kuntalam. Now Kundalam is different, Kuntalam is different. Kuntalam, beautiful hair. He was having beautiful hair. Udama Kanchi Angada Kankananga Adibihi. He was wearing a it's in I don't know, it's called the belt. They have, it's not a belt like what the belt that we have, it's made of gold. In marriage occasion, they put this one around the waist, especially for the girls. But now Nārāyaṇa also wears that. Oddiyanam in Tamil is called Oddiyanam. The Lord was having this beautiful golden belt, and then there's around over here on the arm also he was on armlet, all those different things, bracelet on the waist and so forth. He was beautifully decorated, and that beautiful Lord Virochamanam Vasudeva Aikshata. Vasudeva saw this beautiful form of the Lord in this manner. Tam Adbhutam Balakam Ambujekshanam Chaturbhujam Shanga Gadayudam Srivatsa Lakshanam Kalashoba Kaustubam Pitambaram Shanda Payoda Saubakam. When the Lord saw this, when Vasudeva saw this beautiful form of the Lord, then he started praising the Lord, and also Devakī also praised the Lord. Now the point is, this is all fine. The message for all of us from this particular Leela of appearing in this form plays an important thing. Why did Lord appear in the forearm? It is to tell dharma, artha, kāma, and mokṣa. This is called purushartha. All of us are aspiring for this fourth thing: dharma, artha, kāma, and mokṣa. That means we try to do religious activities. We do some puja, vrata, and all those religious activities. When we do this one, then we try with this, whatever we do, we try to get some artham. Artha means what? Something, some material thing. It could be a job, it could be a wife, it could be a husband, it could be a child, it could be money, it could be a car, whatever you can think of. By doing some puja, you get something out of it. And when you get this something out of it, what do you do with it? Put it in a closet? No, you try to enjoy it. You try to enjoy what you have. That is kāma. That's kāma. You dharma, and that leads to artha. Artha leads to kāma. Everything I can provide you. Krishna says by this four Chaturbhuja, he says that I have four arms, I can give you whatever you want. You want dharma, I'll give you. You want artha, I'll give you. You want kāma, I'll give you. I can even give you mokṣa. Akāma sarva kāmo va moksha kāma udharatihi tivrena bhakti yogena yajate purusham param. Whether you want material benefits or whether you're not interested in material benefit, whether you want moksha, whatever you want, there is one-stop shop. That one-stop shop is Krishna. You don't need to, nowadays, that's how many businesses are happening. You go to one shop, you get everything. Initially, you have to, for buying groceries, you have to go here. Buy vegetables, you have to go there. By buying medicine, you have to go to another shop. You put everything in one shop. You go into the shop, you want to go to buy medicine, it's there. You want to buy vegetable, you want to buy grocery, you want to buy some drinks, you want some foods, you want to buy some toys. Everything is out there in one place, right? Krishna is that one-stop shop where you can buy anything that we want. Therefore, he came with his four hands. When he came in four hands, he also the Ambujakshana. Ambujakshana, he has a lotus eyes, beautiful lotus eyes. The beautiful lotus eyes represents to all of us that how the lotus is on the muddy water, but untouched by the muddy water, right? It's untouched. Likewise, when the Lord appears even into this world, he is untouched by any of these things. Like if we pray to Krishna, we can also become untouched by the material desires, material things. That is what we remember when we see the beautiful lotus eye. Whenever we keep saying Rajiva Lochanam, Kamala Patraksham, and all those different things, we have to remember that Krishna is not touched by any of this material thing, is not affected by any of this material thing. When I pray to this beautiful lotus-eyed Krishna, I can also develop that nature to be not disturbed and touched by the material modes. That is why we praise Krishna as a lotus eye. Anyway, so each and every beautiful form that we discuss can go on in a way, but let's move on with the story. The Devakī is praying to Krishna, Rupam Yeddat Prahur Avyaktam Adyam Brahma Jyoti Nirgunam Nirvikaram Sata Matram Nirvishesham Niriham Sattvam Sakshat Vishnu Adhyatma Deepaha. She prays to the Lord, my dear Lord, you know everything, you are everything. We are blessed that you born to us. Then he goes on with a lot of prayers. He said, my dear Lord, but if you are in this form, guaranteed Kaṁsa will come. He will identify you and he will kill you. It's out of love. As a mother, she's just saying, therefore, please, my dear Lord, change your form into a baby form. You don't come this like this, fully equipped. Don't be like this. Become a baby so that it's safe for us. Don't do this one. Likewise, Vasudeva also prays, and then before Krishna, the Lord turns into baby, he gives an instruction to Vasudeva saying that, my dear father or my dear Vasudeva, now take me, carry me to Gokulam. Carry me to Gokulam. When you go there, go to Nanda Mahārāja's house, and then you will see Yaśodā, who must have just delivered a baby, a girl baby. You leave me there, take that baby girl and come over here. This is what you need. This is the instruction Krishna has given. And Vasudeva took the instruction. Now the beautiful Lord became a small baby. He took baby. As soon as he lifted the baby, it's the first time he is going to lift Krishna. First time. As soon as he lifted the baby, the iron shackles all got cut off, released. When he touched the baby and lifted the baby, the iron shackle got released. The gate got opened. All the guards who were there were already sleeping. They were all sleeping. They put to sleep. They were all sleeping. When we touch Krishna, when we come in touch with Krishna, likewise, our bondage into this world get cut off. This is the message. When Vasudeva touched Krishna, the iron shackle got cut. The doors opened. Likewise, when we touch Krishna in our consciousness, through our tongue, through our ears, through our eyes, when we touch Krishna, our bondage, the bond that we have into this world will be cut off. The doors to Vaikuntha will be opened. And all other people who are there to pull us down will go to sleep. Then they won't disturb us. Now, he carried the baby, walked out without any problem. As he was walking and going, Yamunā Nadi came. Why we keep always saying that we have to hear to Krishna's story is when we hear that Krishna is born to Devakī, when we hear the story, we will not be born into this world. When we hear Krishna drank mother's milk, from Yaśoda's mother's milk, and we will not be born again to drink another mother's milk. When we hear Vasudeva and Devakī shackle were cut off, our bondage in this world will be cut off. Therefore, that is why we have to keep hearing Krishna's story. This is all going to help us. Anyway, coming back to the story here, Vasudeva carried Krishna and he was walking towards Yamunā. As he was going to Yamunā was flowing heavily in a natural way. But Vasudeva did not stop. For him, he has to cross Yamunā and go to the other part of the shore. He has to go. There's no any bridge or road or anything. He has to walk and go straight. There's no boat. And he considered Krishna as a boat in his heart. Bhala jhalati bhigatanam dvanda vadha hatanam huta duhirta kalatram trana bhara hitanam bhavatu sharanam yeko Vishnu potom naranam. Kulashekara in Mukundamala, he says that, my dear Lord, you are my boat. He says that Bhavatu Sharanam Eko, there's only one boat, there's only one savior, there's only one person to whom I have to surrender. That is Vishnu. He is the Potanam. He is in my boat. Poto Naranam. For the human to deliver from this place to another place, if we take shelter, if we take Krishna as the boat in our life, he can easily cross over us from this material world, from this end to the spiritual world. Likewise, Vasudeva had a complete faith in the words of Krishna. He did not stop. He was just walking on straight. As he was walking, the water came to his knees. As he was further walking, the water raised to his hip, waist, and further he did not stop. He was just walking further. It came to his chest. As he was walking further to his shoulder, it was walking to his neck. He was almost going to drown. But he was carrying Kṛṣṇa, right? Now, Kṛṣṇa was on this small, the thing that he was carrying. And now, Kṛṣṇa's, the beautiful, tiny lotus feet was outside of that basket. Outside of basket. The children, when you see the children feet, it's so sweet and nice, right? Like was Kṛṣṇa's lotus, then just think about Kṛṣṇa's lotus feet, how it will be. It was it was just doing like this, like Kṛṣṇa's feet was doing like this. And then as he was going to pretty much drown, he was going to drown, but he had a faith in Kṛṣṇa's word. Therefore, he did not worry about going further down. As he was going, at the time the water level was close to Kṛṣṇa's lotus feet, Kṛṣṇa's lotus feet touched Yamunā. As soon as Kṛṣṇa's lotus feet touched Yamunā, the river divided into two. The river divided into, gave way. The point here is, Yamunā wanting to somehow or the other touch the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa. She was waiting to serve Kṛṣṇa, touch the lotus feet of Kṛṣṇa, and he was just, as soon as Kṛṣṇa lotus feet touched Yamunā, Yamunā was satisfied and she gave way. When we are touched by Kṛṣṇa's lotus feet, this samsara will also get dried up. This is the point for us. When we surrender to Kṛṣṇa's lotus feet, what happened to us is this heavy samsara, the ocean of material existence, will completely get dried up. We can have a royal road to Vaikuntha. We can walk without any fear. Royal road to Vaikuntha. Therefore, he went to a Gokulam. He kept the baby over there. He brought the girl baby right over back. He came back to the prison. As he came back to the prison, the door closed. Shackle got locked automatically. The soldiers got up and the message went to Kaṁsa. Kaṁsa came. He saw it was a girl baby. It was a shock for him. It was a girl baby. And then Devakī said, hey, Bhaiya, this is girl, leave the girl at least. It's a boy. It's not a girl, baby. Leave a girl. No. Whether it's a boy or girl or whatever it is, even if it's a puppy, no problem. It's a eighth child, your eighth child. He just tried to smash the baby on the wall to kill the baby. The baby raised up the sky. He said, oh, fool, Kaṁsa. The child who's going to kill you is already born and in a safer place. And he just left. And this also message, the Lord told Yogamaya to tell the message to Kaṁsa when he tried attempt to kill Yogamaya, Durga, right? He told the child is already safe in a better place. And then that he got really mad. He don't know what to do. He just ran and then the only thing is somehow or the other find this child. We need to find where the child is. Those days there's no birth certificate. The child is born in BJC. Mercy. There's no any record which says that Kṛṣṇa was born in Mercy. He has to give mercy to us to be born in Mercy Hospital. He doesn't need a Mercy hospital to be born. We all know his mercy, Lord's mercy, right? Anyway, so there's no any certificate there. Therefore, he had some wonderful, great friends. Kaṁsa friends are wonderful friends. They are great people. They're so wonderful. Their job and hobbies are kill babies. There are his friends. One person will kill many people. They are many wonderful friends. They all like to kill babies, kill people, torture and animals, Brahmanas. This is their full-time job. He has his Ishtagoshti. It means he comes. We call this as satsang, right? He has asatsang. We gather on a Sunday, Friday evening and do some programs and have satsanga. He also has a sangha that's called asatsanga. Putana, Satakasura, Trinavarta, Aggasura, Vatsasura. Asura means not Sura, Asura. Sura means Devatas. Asura means demons. His friends are not Suras, Asuras, all demons. Anyway, so he called for one of his reliable friend, close friend, name was Putana. Right? He called Putana. Putana is a child specialist. She's a child specialist. That means she can easily kill the child. That's how she's specialized. in her things skills. So she can easily kill babies. So he told, find the baby and kill this baby. This child is somewhere in the Gokulam, some other place. Go find out this baby and then kill this baby. Otherwise, he'll kill me. So Putana goes and Putana dress up nicely, change her. The demons can change his form however they want to. Therefore, Putana changed her form into a beautiful, like a damsel, heavenly damsels, like an apsara. And then as she was walking into the Gokulam, and all the residents of Gokula, they thought, oh, maybe this is from Swargaloka. Maybe she's some divine. Maybe she's Mahalakshmi. They started talking to each other. She's someone very special. She just walking so gracefully, so nicely, and went into the Nanda Mahāraja's. She saw the baby. As soon as the baby saw the Putana, the baby closed their eyes, closed its eyes. That's Krishna. Baby closed the eyes, closed his eyes. And the baby said, took the baby in his hand, but prior to coming, what she did was she took poison, very poison, smeared on her breast, on her chest, both the breast. And then she took the baby, saying to everyone, I like this baby so much. I want to play with this baby and spend some time with the baby. And they all thought this is some divine God has come here. They all just quietly left. And she went with the baby and gave milk to the baby. And the baby put her beautiful, nice little lotus mouth on the chest, on the breast, to suck the milk, but it was all smeared with a poison. The baby sucked the milk. Along with the milk came the Atma also. It pulled like that. Even the Atma came inside. That means what? She's dead. Krishna took the life of Putana off. Well, what is it for us now? This Putana is none other than the fundamental basic problems that we all have in our life. What is the cause of our existence in this world? Why are we all here? Why are we all here? What is the main cause of our existence in this world that we are going through life after life after life? The Shastra says, avidya. Avidya. Vidya means knowledge. Avidya means opposite of knowledge, which is ignorance. Because of the ignorance that we are all born again and again and again. Why? Just imagine, when the baby is born, baby is being patted, tattled, and taken care nicely. The baby starts thinking that this is my father, this is my mother, this is my granny. I am their child. Start crying. And get thinking that I am this body. This is all sort from the basic thing of avidya, ignorance. Ajnanam. Ajnanam is also ignorance. This Putana represents ignorance that we all have. And when we are in ignorance, two things comes out of it. Putana had the breast, poisoned breast. These two things, one is called aham, another one is called mama. Ahankara and mamakara. That means due to the ignorance, what comes out of the ignorance is ahankara and mamakara. Ahankara means I am, that we have been discussing. I so and so. I am son of so and so. I am a president. I am a king. I am a billionaire. I am a whatever it may be. I am what a businessman. So on. I so and so. And everything belongs to me. I have submit so much. So why this comes? Because you are identifying yourself as a body and you are identifying yourself with all the different things. That ajnana has given you ahankara. Ajnana has given you mamakara. These are the two poisonous things. But when we surrender to Krishna, he sucks out this ignorance first. He sucks out the ignorance. Once the ignorance is gone, ahankara and mamakara will automatically go. Yes? Because the ignorance is the cause of mamakara and ahankara. Therefore, when ignorance is destroyed by the knowledge, the amakara and ahankara will go away. That is Putana. Now, baby is growing. Baby, there is a time when they will do a special ceremony or puja when the baby turns around. When the baby turns for the first time, it turns like this. Hey, they start to take a picture and send to India to the grandparents and mother. Hey, baby turned, baby turned, baby turned. Right? They'll do a small sort of celebration and puja like that. Like that, Yaśodā want to do some nice preparation puja. And then she gathered all the friends, all her friends, party friends are there. She has a WhatsApp group. special, all ladies are there of Gokula. She said, hey, Krishna turned. Okay, come on. I'll bring you poha. I'll bring you juice. I'll bring this one. Let's do this puja. All the girls potluck. They're making arrangement, potluck arrangement. And Nanda Maharaj went to bring some priest to do some puja, and all those things were getting arranged. Everything was made ready for that time. At that point of time, they are so busy. They thought, okay, Krishna is already sleeping now. So let me take care of my business to make the program arrangement. So she went and put Krishna under a small cart, bullock cart. They had a bullock cart. So they kept Krishna under the bullock cart safely over there. And then she went and took care of her household thing. Nanda Maharaj went to collect a grocery shop. He just went to Schnucks to buy things. And then he had also had to fill his gas. So he did all these things before the program starts. So he went out. At that point of time, Krishna was sleeping under this cart. But lest anyone knows that Kaṁsa already sent a second demon. First demon is down, out. Who was the first demon? Putana. So he sent a second demon. This is an interesting thing. Kaṁsa sends demon after demon after demon after demon. No one returns back home. Krishna is a perfect person. He will do for the best. He never leaves anything. He never leaves anyone. Rama was not like that. He will leave something or the other, and he gets into the problem. That we will see when we see Ramayana. But come back to Krishna Katha. Now, Krishna, the bullock cart was an asura, a demon. He took a form of this bullock cart, and he was just waiting for a moment to run over Krishna and kill Krishna when he was that small baby. Krishna was present in everyone's heart. He knows everything. Therefore, like baby always, they always keep shaking their legs and hands and things like that. Therefore, this demon name was Shatakasura. Shatakam, cart. Asura, Shataka Asura in the form of this cart. The Krishna was just playing, and the other boys were also playing over there. And then Krishna, as he was just shaking his head, just accidentally he hit the wheel of the bullock cart. It crumbled and broke into pieces. Krishna killed. In other words, Krishna killed. Effortlessly, Krishna killed this demon Shatakasura. Shatakasura also done. Now, the message for us, when we are touched again, when we meditate on Krishna's lotus feet, when our heart has been touched by Krishna's lotus feet, the cakra, the wheel of samsara, this wheel is called samsara, right? We go through the samsara of birth, death, disease, and old age. Continuously, that will break. Like how Shatakasura, the wheel was broken into pieces, our wheel, the cakra, will also be broken. That means we will not have to take birth again into this world. You can understand why we have to keep hearing Krishna Katha. This is the reason. When we keep hearing Krishna Katha, we remember, okay, Krishna broke the wheel, Satakasura. He will also my wheel of samsara. He will break this one. And then Krishna kills Trinavarta. There are many demons Krishna kills. Krishna kills Trinavarta. There's another demon. And then Krishna kills many other demons. But then at one point of time, Krishna, friends, he grew up now. Krishna grew up now. He was able to walk and start playing with his friends, going outside and playing with his friends. So as he was playing with his friends, a boy came and told Krishna is taking and eating mud from the ground. Krishna is eating, Yaśodā, Krishna is eating mud, dirt from the ground. And then Krishna said, I'm making such a wonderful khichdi with high-class ghee. I'm giving a fantastic A to organic cow's milk. But why is he eating dust? I'm making nice laddu, jamun, all those different things. Why is going and eating dust? So she became very upset. And then he asked, Krishna, did you eat mud? And Krishna says, Mama, I did not eat mud. You can see, then open your mouth and show me if you have not eaten mud. Krishna opened his mouth. To Yaśodā Mai's surprise, Krishna, when he opened his mouth, Yaśodā saw everything inside the mouth of Krishna. Everything. The entire 14 planetary system. She saw Bhu, Bhuvar, Swarga, Makara, Jana, Tapa, Satya, Tala, Atala, Vitala, Talatala, Patala, Rasatala, all the stalas. He saw all the 14 planetary system. In the 14 planetary system, when she saw Bhuloka, in the Bhuloka, inside the Bhumantala, over there in Bhuloka, in Mathura district, over there in Gokula, over there Yaśodā was looking into Krishna's mouth. She could see that. And it goes as a concentric thing, one after the inside, after inside. She got completely bewildered. She was pretty much painting off. At the time, Krishna brought her back to normal consciousness and then made her forget everything. Made her forget everything. The message for us is, we may not realize we are all part and parcel of Krishna. God is this Vishwam, this Jagat. This whole thing is Krishna. Today, one of our devotee was sending a message saying, beautifully, he has this realization. He was saying that Krishna is sending snow, and Krishna is also sending heat. Krishna is also melting. So it's a beautiful, this is how we have to realize when we see this nature. When we see the nature, it's just simply not for us to enjoy and, it's very nice. We have to see God in everything. So how see this devotee is so nice. He was seeing that Krishna is sending this thing, Krishna is sending this one, Krishna is what this. When we start seeing this one, what happens is that when we have problem in this life, we should also see Krishna's mercy is coming upon me. When we minus God, we take it as it becomes difficult for us to take the difficulties. When Krishna Prasadam comes in different forms. The problems that we have in our life is also God's given mercy. If we take in that way, we know it is God's mercy, therefore God will take care of me. What I have to go through in my life, let me go through. But it's God's prasadam, I will take it and go through in my life. So this is how we have to start seeing things when problems in the life. We don't need to break down and start worrying about what's going to happen to me tomorrow if I don't do. We have to do our duty, by the way. It's not to say that we put everything on God, sit, relax, and have pakoda. Chai, pakoda, and all those. No, it's not like that. We do our duty. But when things are going, when reversal happens in our life, when things are not going the way that things we wanted it to go, that's called reversal. At that time, the wise person will act in proper way that Krishna is there, therefore he's going to take care of me. I will do my job. I will do my effort. But ultimately, Krishna wants to do, he will do what he wants to do in my life. I am surrendered to him. That's a way that we all have to function. Therefore, Kaṁsa, therefore Yaśodā was thinking, Kim swapna yetat uta deva maya, kim va madhyo bhata buddhi mohaha. She said, am I dreaming? Is this real? That what am I seeing is real? She was thinking, what's happening? That time Krishna said, forget everything. Krishna made her forget everything. At another point of time, all the gopis of Vrindavan, one after the other, they started coming, and Krishna grew up. When Krishna grew up, his mischievous, naughty acts, started increasing more. He started stealing from others' place. He started stealing. He was not going and stealing cell phone and laptop. He was not stealing coins and dollars. No. He's fond of butter. He's fond of butter. Therefore, he was going home, house after house, to all the neighbor house. He was trying to steal butter from everywhere and eating. Not that he didn't have butter at home. Whether you know or not, when you steal and eat, it has a different taste. It has a different, definitely it has a different, Krishna is laughing here. It has a different taste. When someone comes and gives you a box of sweet, this is bundi laddu, take it. And you will eat it. But but you take, without no one saying, you take and eat it. It's separate. If you want to try, you can try it out. You can all try. But that's okay. Now, ekada, one day, like we are seeing ekada for several days. Ekata griga daseshu Yaśodā Nanda gihini karmantara niyuktasu nirmamanta swayam dadi. What Krishna was doing is, one day he was, every day he steals, that's his program. Every day he goes and steals butter and eats butter. He is such a nice boy. He doesn't try to enjoy himself. He calls his friends. So he shares his wealth always. So when I am stealing, you also come and eat. So he takes his friends, they all steal and they all eat and enjoy and all those things. But every day they come, the neighbors will come and complain to Yaśodā, and Yaśodā was thinking, this is too much. This has become too much. Therefore, Yaśodā want to teach a lesson to Krishna. Therefore, she was trying to catch hold of Krishna. Krishna was running, Yaśodā was running, Krishna was running, Yaśodā was running. Yaśodā could not keep up with Krishna's speed because children will run fast. How much can we run? Somehow or the other, she became so very tired. Krishna turned around, saw mother was going through such a tough time. He made himself available to be caught by Yaśodā. It's only God has to be made available by himself to be get caught. We ourselves cannot catch hold of God. This is a truth. We may think I can do a tapasya, I can do attentive chanting so that I can catch hold of Krishna. I can do Ekadashi, Nirdjal Ekadashi for the rest of my life. I can read all 700 slokas and recite without seeing the books. I can do all those things. By this way, I can give dana and dharma so that I can get God. Guess what? None of this thing we can buy God. That does not mean to say we should not do any of this thing. We have to do. But then we have to know that we do our job, we do our service, we do our bhakti, but it's only by the mercy of God that we can attain God. We do our part and wait for mercy of God. Without doing our effort, we cannot expect everything is going to come upon us. We have to do something from our side. Show that Krishna, I love you. We have to do something by our action. Yes, Krishna, I love you. So when Krishna sees that, yeah, this person is pretty serious, let me do something. Then he gives us mercy. And therefore, Yaśodā was trying to bind Krishna. When she was trying to bind Krishna, 2 fingers too short. Whenever she's trying to bind Krishna, just 2 fingers too short. Therefore, the Acharya says this 2 finger too short represents, one is our effort. Second one is God's mercy. These two are very important. I do my japa, I do my service, I do my bhakti and wait for God's mercy. Therefore, this 2 finger too short is a message for us. We have to do our bhakti and cannot just push it off that everything will happen by itself. One day, if God wants, I'll become a devotee. It's not my hand, God's mercy. If I want to become a nice person, I'll become a nice person. That's not in my hand, God's hand. Cannot put blames on God. God has given intelligence to us. Therefore, it's our duty to put effort and then wait for God's mercy. That we learn from this particular episode. And then after she binds Krishna and she goes back to do her job in the kitchen, whatever she was trying to do. But Krishna was, as usual, he cannot stay in one place. He wants to move around, do something. He saw a tree in front of him. 2 twin trees called Arjuna trees. The 2 twin trees. Krishna thought, okay, let me try to somehow or the other do something. He was just somehow crawling because he couldn't get up. He was just crawling and he was tied to the mortar. You know this, some of you know this mortar means in those days, they didn't have mixie and grinder, food processor. They used to have either an iron or a sort of a stone where you can make powders, or what are the grains can be powdered and make a dough or make a batter. Everything is using this grind this is a difficulty if you don't know what the right words to be used. And I have that problem anyway. It's called mortar. Please find it out yourself and you can find out. It's like a H shape. Right? There will be a hole. And then you put the grains in it. There'll be a big wooden rod. You put that and then just keep hitting that until it becomes a powder. At least you understand what it is now. It took 5 minutes for me to explain what it is. So I hope you all understand. Now that's where she tied Krishna in the center of that mortar. And Krishna was rolling, pulling that mortar, went in between the trees. He went in between the tree and Krishna was already mota. He's already fat guy. Somehow or the other, he squeezed in like this, he came out. But then the mortar got stuck. He did not come out. So Krishna was pulling and pulling and pulling. As he pulled forcefully, the 2 trees fell off, made a big noise. And when these 2 trees came 2 personality, Manigriva Nalakuvera. They are yakshas, the sons of Kubera. Kubera was a god of treasury. His son was these two. They made some mistake. And because of the curse, they became a tree. Luckily, they became a tree in the courtyard of Nanda Mahārāja. That's the blessings of whenever the great people, great sages curses us, is for our good. That's how we have to understand, right? That anyway, coming back, they came, they offered their prayer, and they went back. They went back. Therefore, this two tree represents kāma and krodha. Kāma means desires, the many desires that we have in our heart, the material desires. Krodha means anger. This is the Mahapapa. This is Kāma, Krodha. Kāma and Krodha are the biggest enemy for all of us. We either get stuck with being angry with someone or all the time, or we get into desires of many things. Therefore, this Kāma, Krodha tree is growing in our heart. Is growing, and that is where we are watering also every day. Every day we are watering Kāma tree and Krodha tree. Therefore, we have to cut this root from the right of the roof. How can we cut? How can we cut? Therefore, we bring Damodara, Dhamma Udara, the Lord who's been tied by Mother Yaśodā around his waist. Therefore, his name is Damodara. When we bring Damodara into our heart, he will pull off this tree. Kāma and Krodha. He'll pull up this tree. Now, Kāma yesha Krodha yesha rajoguna samudbhavaha mahāshano mahāpāpma vidhi enam iha vairinam. Krishna says the same thing in Bhagavad Gita, that this is biggest enemies are Kāma and Krodha, and they're the children of the rajoguna. They have to be completely chopped off. And the way that we can chop off is by bringing in Krishna into our heart. Let's move on to the next one. Now, Krishna, who is Paramatma, who is Bhagavan, who is absolute Brahman, absolute truth, who is cause of all causes, who is a creator, who is a maintainer, who is a destroyer, all the gods pray to him, and they are all fearful of him. Everyone is fearful of him, by the way. The sun races on time because of Krishna. The moon races because of Krishna. The breathing is because of Krishna. The Yama is afraid and doing his job perfectly because of Krishna. When that is the case, but that Krishna is like a puppet in the hands of gopis. Gopis of Vrindavan. Gopis of Vrindavan says, hey Krishna, go carry that, bring me that one. He will run, he runs and gets someone. Hey, get me that glass of water. Go get it. He goes and gets the water. And then Nanda Mahārāja says, go get me my sandal, my shoes from there. He will go and get it like this. It come, walk and come. So they treat him like a doll. And one gopi says that Krishna, I know you like butter, but you dance in front of me first. You dance and show me, then I'll give you laddu. I'll give you butter. And Krishna, okay, I will dance. He will dance. Whatever dance he does, he will dance. And he will get one spoon of one bowl of laddu and cup, and he'll run. And then you jump again like this, up and down, up and down. He will jump. Can you imagine Paramatma, the Supreme Lord, from whom everything comes, from whom everything goes back, behaves like a puppet in the hands of gopis? Why? Why? Because of everyone's bhakti, the bhakti of the gopis of Vrindavan is the highest bhakti. Therefore, Krishna will do what the message for us is, when we develop our bhakti in such a level, such a degree, Krishna will do anything for us. Like he can even become a puppet in the hands of gopis. He can do anything for us. But what we have to do is, we have to become sincere to show our bhakti and love for Krishna. Love for Krishna. And then a fruit seller comes. Fruit seller has also been blessed by Krishna. And then there's another demon called Vatsasura. Asura comes as a Vatsa means as a calf. Krishna kills that also. As another demon comes by name of Bakasura, like a crane. He took the form of a crane and he tried to swallow Krishna. And then he couldn't hold any further. And then he spits out Krishna. Krishna kills Bakasura also. And then there was another demon. One point of time, this story I'll tell. If we go on telling all the stories in detail and the meaning, we'll be sitting here for rest of the night also, till morning also. So we'll go on a little fast. Now, the boys, they pack up their lunch box. They're all cowherd boys, right? They graze cows. They take the cows from the village, go to the forest and graze the cows and then bring them back. That's what they do all the time. So they say, hey, they will tell, hey, let's go. They all pack up their lunch. One boy brought curd rice, another boy lemon rice, another boy tamarind rice, one boy aloo paratha, another gobi paratha, another one chess paratha, one whatever. All the different. Everyone brought different items. And they brought there, and then what happens is that when they keep their lunchbox there and they start playing in a way that when one boy goes and plays there, this boy will go and take the another boy's lunch and he finishes the other boy's lunchbox. This is all slokas there. I'm not making up. It's there. So he will take someone else's lunchbox, he'll eat that, he will preserve his lunchbox. And that boy will come back and ready for eating. It's empty already. Hey, what happened to my lunch? Oh, we don't know. So this happens every day. They try to steal other boxes of lunch and try to eat, and they start fighting with each other. Hey, you took my lunchbox. No, you took. They start fighting with each other like this. This is real. And in my school time, I've seen my friends have done this one. There's one of my friends. I'll just detour and come back to Bhagavatam. There's one of my friends. He brings 5 stacks of container. The container has 5 stacks. All types of sabjis, all types of also of rice, and also in a separate box sweet. It's like a feast. Every day he brings. And we all know that this boy is comes with chapanbo to lunch. So this boy will go to bathroom or go lunch before lunch eating. He'll go. When he comes back, everything will be one of the thing will be missing in his box. And you like that this is all coming from Krishna's Leela. Otherwise, we can't do this one. After that, the boys, sometimes they will play bugles and flutes and drums. Sometimes they'll make a sound like the bumblebee, and they will jump like a monkey, imitate like monkey from tree to tree. And they try to jump like frog, like this, like this, like this. They try to do all those different types of things. They play happily. One point of time, as they were playing and doing their thing, in the distance, they saw a big, huge slide. In the plague area, they have a slide, right? They saw a big, huge slide, which they've never seen before. They've never seen this slide at all because they are regular customer and regular visitor. They come to this forest every day. That's the thing. But these boys have never seen this big slide. They got excited. They thought, oh my God, this is a nice play area. But one boy said, hey, watch out. We never seen this slide before. Look at that. It's little different. You see that there's something popping out like a teeth. It's sharp. Looks like it's some asura. It must be an asura. Better. As they little went, the mouth was wide open, by the way. The mouth was wide open without any motion. It was just like that. And as they were getting closer, they could smell. The smell was like a dead body smell, and abominable smells were coming out of this particular cave, like mouth. They thought, hey, this must be an asura. It doesn't matter. It's okay. Let's go and try. We can play on this slide. Let's go and play inside. They had this fearlessness because the only reason they had Krishna as their friend. Because they had Krishna as a friend, they said, hey, Krishna is there. If at all this is an asura, don't worry, Krishna is there, he will take care. But as they were walking closer and closer and closer and closer to that mouth of this particular so-called slide, right? Krishna from there noticed. So he could understand that this is not a play area or a slide. It is a demon named Aghasura, which is another demon sent by Uncle Kaṁsa.
Kaṁsa.
Exactly. Thank you. And Kaṁsa. Therefore, the boys, by then Krishna was screaming, stop. By then they already went inside. Even it was dark inside. They walked inside, playing and jumping and all the, whatever they're doing, they're happily jumping and going. It was very soft for them. Like, there is a trumplet. What is it called? Trampling. Children go to this area where there's a trampoline. Sorry, trampoline. So you go there. You have to wear a special socks. Otherwise, they won't allow you. They put a band over here, and all you have to go and jump up and down, jump up and down, jump. Therefore, the tongue was cushioned, like sort of a trampling. They was nice. They were jumping and jumping and jumping and jumping, went inside. Krishna tried to call them and stop them, and they was not able to hear, and they went inside. Krishna was not thinking what to do now. But then their mouth was still wide open. That Asura was thinking, everyone came but one, which is what I really want. The reason the reason I'm waiting, keeping my wide mouth open is that one person I need to enter my mouth. Then close. But Krishna, knowing the mind of this Aghasura, walked into the mouth. And at that point of time, closed, mouth closed. The Devatas, Gandharvas, Yakshas, Kinkaras, everyone watched and their heartbeat stopped for a minute because Krishna's gone inside. What's going to happen now? Krishna is going to be finished. Their heartbeat stopped for a minute. When Krishna went inside and the snake closed its eyes, but at that point of time, the snake body started like bulging up, becoming bigger, and the body was shaking vigorously. It was became bulging bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And what happened? Krishna was growing inside big, and throat cut open the body of this Aghasura. Aghasura was dead. Krishna came out, the boys came out. Everyone came out of this one. Therefore, we have to be careful in our dealings with how we should not cheat others. We should not be cruel to others. We should not do any violent acts. We have to be, when we're in the right path, when we follow the dharma will protect us. When we follow adharma, nothing is going to protect us. Therefore, we have to be careful with this one. And after this, the stealing of the calves and cows and the boys was done by Brahma. Brahma steals and goes. We are going to skip that one. And then Krishna grew up further. He became a young adult. At that point of time, he goes and steals the garments of gopis. That we will see now. So all the gopis of Vrindavan, because some of these things are very important. We have to understand the deeper meaning of what this is. Otherwise, we may think, oh, Krishna is has a lot of girlfriends. He's a womanizer. He's so and so. We have wrong ideas. That has to be clear, right? So Krishna, when he went and all the gopis went into the Yamunā Nadi and they were taking bath and they were talking and doing at the time Krishna came, took all the saris, all the garments and went into the close by tree, sat on the close tree. He tied all the saris on the branches and he tied one of the sari to his turban. He put like a turban. He one on his shoulder like this, like a chadar. He was just having all this thing, having fun, waiting like this. The girls took a bath and then were looking for the dress. Dress was, all the saris was missing. Hey, look there. Krishna was sitting and he was happily looking, as if nothing was happening. And Krishna, give the saris. We have to get out. It's cold here. We can't stand here. We have to get out of here. Krishna said, no. You can all come out. Just like that, come out. No problem. What? What are you talking? We cannot come out. We need dress to come out. Give me our saris. Give me a sari. No, you have to come out. You have to come out. And then, unless and until you come out, I'm not going to give you this sari. So what we think is Krishna, how can Krishna do this one? But the real tattva, the philosophy behind this one is we are all covered with our 6 enemies. As long as the 6 enemies are covered with us, we can never ever progress in Krishna consciousness, in our bhakti. What are the 6 enemies? Kāma, krodha, and then greed. Kāma, krodha, mada, matsarya, lust, anger, greed, illusion, what are the things? And ego. All these things are covering us. Ahankar. All this ego. All these things are carrying us. Like a sari is carrying this. Therefore, we have to remove these things. Unless we remove these things, we cannot really perform bhakti. Now the catch is, should I remove this first and then bhakti, or bhakti should come and then this will go away? What do you think? Bhakti should be performed. All this anarthas, all the 6 enemies will go away. Or we have to get rid of the enemies and then bhakti will come. How does it? Is it a chicken first or egg first? Seed first or the plant first? Everything should happen parallelly. Both things should happen parallelly. It's not one after the other. Both will happen parallelly. But the first thing is we should have a desire to do this one. First of all, if you don't even have a desire, where is the question of performing bhakti? Where is the question of removing all our enemies? It's not going to happen. Therefore, what is the first qualification for the first requirement for all of us to progress in Krishna consciousness in bhakti is we should have desire. The desire is what is needed first. If you don't even have a desire, anyone over here, have you progressed in your life without having a desire? I want to become a doctor. I had a desire. I'm not a doctor. If I want to become an engineer, I had a desire, therefore I became an engineer. I want to become a business person. Well, I have a desire, I put an effort, I become a business engineer. I have a desire to have a child. Well, you put an effort, you got a child. Therefore, everything starts from desire. I want to become a devotee. I want to become a bhakta. That desire should be there. And we have the desire, then Krishna comes into our heart. When Krishna comes into our heart, all the enemies will be chased away. All the enemies will go away. Therefore, first thing we have to do is bring Krishna into our heart. Krishna into our heart. Therefore, Krishna also performed Govardhana pastime, where Krishna lifted Govardhan, Krishna killed Kesi, Krishna performed Ras Leela. I'm going to speak about Ras Leela and close for today. Okay, so Ras Leela, Krishna one night, every night he does this one. One particular night, he with gopis of Vrindavan, he was performing dance. That dance is called Ras Leela. One Krishna will be dancing with all the gopis. That is how one gopi will think, Krishna is dancing with me. Look at other gopis. They are dancing by themselves. Dancing by themselves. That's how Gopi A will think. Gopi B will think, I am crash dancing with Krishna. Look at that Gopi. She's simply dancing just like this, as if imagining Krishna is dancing with. So Krishna was dancing with each and every gopis. He expanded himself into that number of how many number of gopis are there, that many times he expanded himself and he was dancing with each and every gopis. But each and every gopis was thinking that Krishna is only dancing with me. Dancing with me. Right? Therefore, one point that we should understand from this is we never know who's a great devotee. We may be thinking only those people who are exactly chanting 16 rounds and without any offenses and following everything, they are the great devotees. The other one who's only chanting 8 rounds or 1 round, they are not great devotees. We may think like that, but how do we know who's great and who's not? Like this gopi is thinking, he's only dancing with me. Look at them. They are not special. I am special. Right? Therefore, we never ever underestimate anyone. We should never ever underestimate anyone for that matter. Who are we to judge people and label someone that you are great and you are not great? We are not the person to label someone. We have no qualification to do that. What we have, we progress with having the proper respect to each and everyone that we come across. We respect everyone. We don't know what interaction that they have with that other person. We don't know. Therefore, we respect everyone. That's number one. Number 2 message we get this is, when Krishna was dancing with gopis of Vrindavan, it is not the dance that, what do they call, what do they call that, they put that the person will keep changing the dance in the party.
Dandiya, Prabhu?
Huh?
Dandiya?
Dandiya is one thing. There's another.
DJ.
DJ. So, they put the DJ and then all the people come and dance, and then he suddenly changes the music to something, keeps changing song after song after song, and people will come and dance. And then there's a boy and girls are enjoying, husband, wife are enjoying. Therefore, Krishna is enjoying with the gopis. It's not a DJ program. Krishna dance is not a DJ program. It's not. Because when we say Krishna was dancing with the gopis and gopis were dancing with Krishna, it is not the sharira sambandha means we all dance. We all have relation with our friends and relatives with our body. I am attached to my wife is attached to myself, and we are attached to our child. It's all because of the sambandham called shariram. The body, because of my body, I am related to my relatives. Right? But Krishna's dance, and then we get pleasure out of it. When I am with my wife is with me, I am with my child, because of the body, we get some enjoyment. Relationship enjoyment. This is all only because of the body. Sharira bandhus. These are called Sharira bandhus. But when Krishna was having dance with the gopis and gopis were having dance with Krishna, it is not of Sharira, it's of Atma. Atma sambandha. Atma means to soul to soul. Paramatma is connecting with the Jivatma. That is how we have to see. Krishna can connect with everyone. Therefore, that is not an ordinary dance. One more last story. Please allow me to tell one more last story. Because now Krishna has been Krishna is going to be taken from Gokula, Vrindavana to Mathura. We started with Kaṁsa, right? So we have to end with Kaṁsa now. Therefore, Kaṁsa sent Akrura, and then Akrura came to get Krishna. Krishna was coming back to Mathura, and over there in Mathura, Krishna killed Kaṁsa. Mushtika, Chanura, Kubalaya Pita, all those came first. Krishna killed everyone, and then Krishna pulled Kaṁsa off the throne and punched on his chest, and Kaṁsa was dead. Uncle Kaṁsa dead. Now, for us, Kaṁsa represents our karma, our anadikala karma. The karma that we have, not little bit karma. We cannot even count. If at all we want to count, we cannot even count. It's so much of karma that we have. All the karma that we have can be punched off, blown away when Krishna comes into our life. Kaṁsa is karma. Our Krishna blew off Kaṁsa. When Krishna comes into our life, all our karmas are gone. Once our karmas are gone, then karmas and the vasanas are the one making us to think in a way, certain ways. When karmas are gone, our vasanas are gone. That means then we are free to be released from this world. Go back to spiritual world. Krishna Bhagavan ki Jai.
Jai.
We can go on with Krishna Leela so much so, but we'll pause here. And then tomorrow is going to be our last day of Saptaham. We passed Saptaham. It's like almost Tasakam now, 10th day tomorrow. So tomorrow we are going to conclude with auspicious marriage ceremony of Krishna getting married to Rukmini Devi. So we'll conclude that one. Please everyone join us to the marriage tomorrow, if possible in person, to enjoy the Rukmini Kalyanam tomorrow. Thank you all very much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
And the gift.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.